Good evening.
Good evening,
Good evening.
all learned viewers on the channel Allopathic Ayurveda. Thank you for being with me. When some good news after a lot of struggle, after a lot of persuasion to the authority, and when it is in the public domain, really it always gives strength to keep yourself elevated, to keep yourself energized for the cause of the system and for the cause of the own, I mean to say, individual interests, along with the public interest, and in larger canvas, service to the nation through the Ayurveda. Dear friends, if you remember the day when government notified first time the equal pay scale of the Ayurvedic physicians and the allopathic physicians. I mean Ayurvedic doctors and the allopathic doctors in the academia also. And that period was 1977. The government of Janata Party and late Mr. Raj Narayan was there as a Union Health Minister. He was a profound supporter of the Ayurveda, and he has a belief to that Ayurveda sector should be nourished and it should be given equal opportunity in all respect for its progress, nationwide progress in the service of the nation, in the service of the country. Health is one of the most important issue. So he did it first time. Even his officers in the ministry opposes this move. No, it is not possible. It should not be. There is a lot of difference between the Ayurvedic education and the allopathic education system. And what not, they counted on the file. They opposed the instructions of the Honorable Health Minister at that time. Even the advisor of Ayurveda opposes. No, it should not be. But Mr. Rajnarayan was adamant. It should be, it must be. And the reason, he has a good reason for this, for his adamancy. Because he was the native of Banaras. If you see Google, Mr. Rajnarayan, the late leader of Samajwadi Vichardhara, socialism, and he defeated Mrs. Indira Gandhi, the then Prime Minister, in the elections held after emergency from the Raebareli constituency. He was the patient of Professor Yadunandan Upadhyay ji, who was in the roll call of the Banaras Hindu University in the Department of Kaya Chikitsa. This is the personal influence or the personal impression. In the same way, in the analogy, what Padma Vibhushan, where the Brihaspati Dev Tirumala ji had enjoyed that intimacy and the privilege with the many prime ministers of the country, and we got benefit of those personal influences, personal wisdom, so that the authorities were believing that it is the system of Ayurveda is really effective and having its own impact in the healthcare of human. So राजनारायण जी बहुत प्रभावित थे प्रोफेसर यदुनंदन उपाध्याय जी से, और वो कहते थे कि नहीं, आयुर्वेद के डॉक्टरों को भी, प्रोफेसर यदुनंदन उपाध्याय जी काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय के क्या चिकित्सा विभाग में प्रोफेसर और बहुत निष्णात आयुर्वेदिक चिकित्सक, बहुत सफल चिकित्सक। तो उनके एक मरीज स्वर्गीय राजनारायण जी भी थे। तो जब उनको अवसर मिला, वो स्वास्थ्य मंत्री बने, तो उन्होंने पहली बार 1977 में पहली बार आयुर्वेदीय डॉक्टर्स और एलोपैथिक डॉक्टर्स का वेतन एक समान कर दिया। फिर धीरे धीरे कुछ राज्य सरकारों ने इसका पालन किया। Some state governments make this sure that the scale should be equal. Among that, even the government of Uttar Pradesh also. And so the movement is on. But the jolt on this movement was, yes, it is true, even today. This is not the same scenario in all the states of the country India. All not the 29 states. There is a difference, disparity, a lot among the pay scales of the Ayurvedic physicians as well as the allopathic physicians. Not only the government job, even in the projects also, BMS doctors are having different set of salary, and MBBS doctors are offered a different set of salary. Whereas the nature of the work for the both is same in that project. But this difference is on the basis of the degree. If one is having the degree of BAMS and doing the same job, you are entitled for only rupees 25,000 per month. But if you are having an MBBS degree, performing the same job, but your degree is MBBS, then you are entitled for 75,000 per month in the projects. So here is the mindset of the people. I think so. This is the responsible for this attitude. What happened in one state, Gujarat state, and the Ayurvedic Medical Association of the Gujarat state was fighting for the same scale since last 10 years. The first case was in the 2013, writ petition 8553, 85557. And they won the case. Yes, they won the case. But the government of Gujarat was opposing. यही समझ में बात आती नहीं है कि कैसे दो तरफ की बात की जाती है। एक तरफ हम आयुर्वेद को बढ़ावा देने की बात कर रहे हैं, निश्चित रूप से बढ़ावा देने की बात कर रहे हैं, बढ़ावा दिया जा रहा है, लेकिन वही गुजरात सरकार कैसे अपोज कर रही है इस डिसीजन का हाई कोर्ट गांधीनगर का, और वही गुजरात सरकार आ गई एक रिट पिटीशन लेकर के ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया, और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया ने दुर्भाग्यवश जस्टिस एम.ए. सुब्रमण्यम एंड जस्टिस पंकज मित्तल, with due regard to both of them, and having faith in the judiciary of the country, even at the level of the Supreme Court, it was very unfortunate. And they said very well in their judgment. Yes, this judgment, if one can read, and it is very written in very clear words in the judgment, we are not comparing these two systems of the medicine, their superiority or inferiority. We are giving this judgment on the basis of the facts submitted before us. And here the nature of the duties of the allopathic doctors and the Ayurvedic doctors are entirely different as given in the affidavit of the government of Gujarat. So this is our judgment that the government of Gujarat is right in its approach that they should not be paid equally. और उसमें जो कंपैरेटिव चार्ट था वो सोशल मीडिया पर बहुत गूंजा था चारों तरफ, और बिल्कुल अनरियलिस्टिक था वो चार्ट। पता नहीं किस एडिशनल चीफ सेक्रेटरी ने या गुजरात सरकार के वो चार्ट सबमिट किया था, एफिडेविट सबमिट किया था सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट में। लेकिन कानून तो तथ्यों पर चलता है, और तथ्य ऐसे थे वहां पर कि कहीं इक्वलिटी आ ही नहीं रही थी। तो फिर जजमेंट आ गया 26 अप्रैल को 2023 को कि नहीं, ये दोनों डॉक्टर्स को एक जैसा वेतन नहीं दिया जा सकता। अब इस जजमेंट के आने के बाद तो आत्मविश्वास इतना ढोला, आत्मसम्मान पर इतनी ठेस पहुंची। यस, इट वाज जस्ट hit on the self-respect. It was a complete deterioration on the self-confidence that what we had since our admissions in the BMS, that is the 1987. Yes, we are equal in the eyes of the government, in the eyes of the law. We are equal. I'm keeping aside that in the eyes of the society. Somehow it is now much better in the comparison of our perception in the society in the 1987. There is no comparison the perception of the society of about Ayurveda in 2023 and back in the 1987 when I got admission in my BMS at Rajki Ayurvedic College, Gurukul Kangadi, Haridwar. The session was delayed, right? So what happened? हम कहा करते थे कि नहीं हम बराबर हैं, लेकिन इस झटके ने इतना मानसिक कष्ट पहुंचाया 26 अप्रैल को, बहुत कष्ट हुआ। अरे एक तरफ दुनिया आयुर्वेद की तरफ आ रही है, WHO ट्रेडिशनल ग्लोबल सेंटर फॉर GCTM, ग्लोबल सेंटर फॉर ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन जामनगर में आ रहा है। भारत सरकार उसके लिए $250 मिलियन लगाने जा रही है, $250 मिलियन लगाने जा रही है। और यहाँ हमको हमारा न्यायालय कह दे रहा है और हमारी सरकार उसके विरोध में जाती है, वो भी गुजरात सरकार। हमें ये देखना होगा कि इसके पीछे क्या मूलभूत कारण थे। सॉरी फॉर द डिस्टर्बेंस, इट वाज ए फोन कॉल which make a disturbance, which made it okay, fine. The situation is this. Then we wrote everywhere, we talked about this, and same the Gujarat, when I say means whole country, not I myself, I was just a part of this person who was aware about this, and my contribution is that I wrote at several places about this, just one, but the decision makers were different, and we are thankful to them, and they are none other than the office bearers of the NCISM, the president, with the Jayandev Pujari ji, the board of ethics and the registration, Dr. Rakesh Sharma ji, and all other members of the directors of the NCISM, and of course the utmost leader, our secretary, Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji. And his statement was there on the WhatsApp University after this judgment of the 26th April. Yes, it is very unfortunate, and he make it possible with all efforts. They, especially Vaidya Rakesh Sharma ji and his team, just collected all the documents about the against that comparative chart, which was not realistic, submitted by the government of Gujarat, and from all over country, all institutions and the governments submitted their documents that yes, this is the same nature of the duties what we are performing. And one honorable justice got superannuation, and Subramanya Ramaswamy ji, and then another justice, Justice Mittal is very much on the bench of the Supreme Court, and then the many people with the NCISM, just requested Supreme Court to recall or the review that particular order, judgment of the 26th April 2023. And the most important factor where the Honorable Supreme Court has given a second thought on the issue, that is the intervention of the Government of India, the AG, V. Ramaswamy, when submitted that this judgment is having a lot of implications on the policies of the NCISM, and then Honorable Supreme Court think over it. So अब क्या कहना ये है कि भारत सरकार, यानी कि भारत सरकार का आयुष मंत्रालय, और आयुष मंत्रालय मतलब उसके सचिव और माननीय मंत्री महोदय, इन सब लोगों की, और सब सीधे फिर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी पर चले जाइए कि इन सब लोगों के विचार से बना होगा, तब वहां पर एजी साहब खड़े हुए और उन्होंने ये बात सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सामने विचारार्थ रखी माननीय उच्चतम न्यायालय के, और तब जाकर के ये केस सीबीआई को रिफर हुआ ऑनरेबल डॉक्टर डी.वाई. चंद्रचूड़ जी को, और इसके बाद फिर वो रिट पिटीशन एडमिट हो गई, जबकि बहुत सारे लोग डरे हुए थे कि कहीं ये रिजेक्ट ना हो जाए. एंड द डे वाज द 31st July 2023, and Justice Shuryakant and one more justice is the case is in that particular court, and in the court of the Justice Shuryakant, court number 5, and do hope that there will be justice with all Ayurvedic doctors, and there will be an encouraging judgment by the Honorable Supreme Court to keep us energized, to keep us to be having an active part in the mainstream of the health professionals. And of course, सुनवाई अब आगे बढ़ेगी, और उम्मीद करते हैं कि सारी चीज़ों को देखते समझते हुए ये सब ऐसे ही रहेगा कि हम जो है फिर से अपनी ड्यूटी इसी उत्साह के साथ कर सकें, और फिर आपके सामने आएंगे किसी नए मुद्दे के साथ और कुछ और अच्छे तथ्यों के साथ आएंगे. आज तो पहली बार YouTube लाइव है, इसलिए ढेर सारे डिस्टर्बेंसेस हो रहे हैं और ढेर सारी चीज़ें, क्योंकि अनुभव की कमी है. आई एम सॉरी अबाउट इट. फिर आपके सामने कल हाजिर जरूर होंगे. थैंक यू. बिना तैयारी किए कोई काम नहीं करना चाहिए, लेकिन तुम एकदम से कटो.